it's important that we don't equate ourselves with Supreme Courts, constitutional courts in other countries. We might call them developed countries, because we have a uniquely Indian structure for our own institution, which lies at the highest level of the court system in India. So having said that, and having laid down, therefore, the basic framework for the functioning of our courts, what kind of challenges do we really face in today's times? I think the first challenge that we face is the challenge of expectations. And that's a huge challenge for the court. Almost every case comes into the lap, every social issue, every legal issue, and I dare say a large number of political issues fall within the adjudicatory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. The reasons for that are numerous. Very often, the government is the largest litigant in the court, and the reason why the government is the largest litigant in the court is for the simple reason that we have, over the last 70 years, bred a culture of indecision. A culture of indecision at the lowest levels of government. So be it a case of a pension, a case of compassionate appointment for a woman who has lost a spouse while in service, who wants a job in a government department, there's always a tendency. There's also a culture of distrust. And that culture of distrust leads many of our top decision makers to be very careful about taking decisions having a bearing on very high stakes. Would there be a vigilance inquiry if the person were to be promoted or were to lay down office? Would there be possibly an allegation that you made a concession to a corporate enterprise and which would be investigated into 10 years down the line? So a variety of reasons in the Indian context have led to a culture of distrust, and therefore a culture of indecision on the part of public functionaries. Now, all those cases are therefore deferred to the court. We'd rather have the court decide than us taking a decision. That's one of the reasons why the courts have a large backlog of cases within the fold of cases that we decide.